along with the showroom itself, Hendry, why don't you give us the update because you know more about this.
Well, this year it expanded so much that we put the arcade part in a different room in a different building, really. But the building is connected to the hotel.
Yeah, it's like it expanded so much this year, and Preston apparently knew it because he offered to have like if you have like 5 games there, I guess there's like $200 you
Yeah.
can get, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, that was an attempt actually to get more people to bring games because he felt like there wasn't a lot of interest this time. Probably because of the way it was moving them last time.
Oh, yeah. Maybe
Aside from my poor planning, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Planned a lot better this time. And it went a lot, it went much more smoothly. We
Really?
unloaded them
Really.
so fast. And we loaded them.
I would
pretty
tend to
quickly, too.
disagree with that
I'm sure you
statement. Even I think you would too, I thought.
You talk. Oh well. Fair enough. All right. We were gonna go Thursday night, but
Yeah.
we ran into some technical difficulties. Sorry, with the Chevy. No surprise, it's a Chevy. They generally motor, but not always. That's why it's General Motors.
Technical difficulties plus the Hendry was like, duh, it's we can put them in there at midnight even though it
At 11, and then we finally got this truck going, and we're going. It's pouring rain, and we called the guy, and he's like, we cut it off at 9:30, and we're already starting to turn people away. I was like, well, we're gonna turn around. That'd be great.
Yeah.
All right. See you tomorrow. Bye. That was the
somehow
combo.
I wasn't surprised.
Neither
with
was
that.
I.
The Hendry was like screaming and yelling. It's like, duh, I don't like it.
I was turning into my dad when he's pissed
Yeah,
at the dishwasher.
I guess so.
Then I took my Zoloft for the first time, and then suddenly I got really happy. I mean, it appears to have worked quite well, actually.
Yeah. This time, we actually got a room
We did.
at the hotel itself for SFGE.
Yes, and it was smaller than the last place, unfortunately, but
What, the
it was
room?
more convenient. Yeah,
The room was smaller than what last place?
the place we stayed last year.
We didn't stay any place.
Yeah, we
last year.
did. We stayed down the road from it. Remember, the Homewood Suites had the
Oh.
kitchen. It was really nice. It had
Oh,
a kitchen
yeah.
and 2 beds. It was in a separate bedroom.
Yeah, I could have sworn.
And I dropped my Epiphone Les Paul and broke it.
Yeah.
And
I
then
remember
you were
that.
like, so, can I throw it in the trash shed? And I was like, how about no, you crazy Dutch bastard?
Yeah.
And I'm looking
Yeah.
at it now, and I got it fixed, and I still play it some.
Yeah, I remember it now. Okay. Well,
That was that place.
that was that place. And now we're actually in the hotel itself.
Yes,
and
and
the Hendry was like, duh, I'm going to stay here for the rest of my life. And
yeah.
then 3 days later, oh, duh, I gotta go.
You know, I actually never left the property.
Yeah.
The combined Cobb Galleria mall type thing with the hotel that it's connected to. I never left it.
Yeah.
Not once.
Actually, so with SFGE itself this year, what did you think of it? Because I got some opinions about it.
It was better planned out, I think. It ran a lot more smoothly. It felt less chaotic and hectic. The crowd control was a lot better, I thought. There were still long lines for games.
I mean, that's expected. I don't think you can really do anything about that.
No.
Unfortunately. Except for getting more of the same game, which
You can do that.
could, but that's probably for next year. But
Could be. We'll see.
next year's plan.
there was a new sponsor that we will talk about more later on.
Oh, yeah, and we will in excessive detail.
And we really liked them for multiple reasons.
And so for me, I liked it to a point. I liked it to a point, whereas last year, I don't know. I mean, it was more homey, I guess. A lot more, it still had that SFGE, like, feel that I like.
Because it was all in the same building.
Maybe, I guess.
And the room that the arcade stuff was in.
I guess, but at the same time as well, I don't know. This year, it just got more corporate and marketing and more...
There were more sponsors out
more
there.
Sponsors?
I noticed that.
There's more like...
It was more in a traditional... It had more of a trade show feel.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a trade show. So that's the way I could put it.
I'll say this. I get why it's going in this direction, because A, more sponsors equals more money equals you can expand this expo and make it bigger and better.
That's right.
However, you add more sponsors to it, you make it more corporate, you have more people giving out flyers and all this for basement repair.
Yeah,
And
we had that guy.
A bunch of other stuff. It takes away from the feel from...
Yeah, I don't understand what that guy was there for. I don't know if they hired him or not as a sponsor, but...
I don't know. It's like...
That was a little strange.
It takes a little bit away from the expo that I hold most dear in my heart.
Yeah.
Sure. I want to be more focused on... I can't believe I'm saying this. I want to be focused more on the actual gaming in the gaming expo.
That makes sense.
And not necessarily more sponsors or anything.
Yeah.
I get it. Maybe you can have the sponsors on the posters and all that.
Well, it's... To be fair, for those of us in the arcade pinball realm, it is nice to have part suppliers there where you can buy parts.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
but
these
yeah.
I'm not saying that. That is actually the feel, adds to the feel and all that.
There were others that wood crafting one. I kind of thought that was a little strange.
Yeah, I'm not saying the whatever you were talking about. What were we talking about? The parts and all that. The
part sales.
Part sales, I'm totally okay with, because that's part of the gaming itself. Okay.
Yes, maintaining them is important.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that basement repair place, that wood thing, that's kind of
a midge.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I didn't either.
It doesn't go along the lines with the true essence of the Southern Fried Gaming
I think
Expo.
the wood crafting one, the wood crafts were arcade themed though, but still,
I mean,
they could have had a lesser presence, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll get into the Southern Fried Film Expo, or lack thereof, but we'll get to that later. But overall, I can see where this is going, and I don't like it. I liked it. Overall, I liked it better.
Good.
Because, A, there's more room for gaming.
Yes.
There's more room from gaming. There's more room from games. There's I say that the unloading parts.
Oh, that was a
unloading and loading
improvement.
Unloading and loading part of the SFG was a vast improvement.
Oh my god, I backed the truck right up to the door. We had this massive garage door, and we just got the games off the truck bed and rolled them right into the showroom, and didn't have to pick it up onto a curb. You didn't have to go on a freight elevator or anything.
No stupid freight elevator. People were even saying,
Having
Why?
to wait in line for
Nope.
that.
The people were even like the volunteers were even saying the ease of not having a freight elevator.
Yes.
And it was like, yes, thank you.
For sure, son.
It was it was a vast improvement. I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I hope they have the same plan for that next year.
Me too. That's a lot easier.
In fact,
I'm
begging them right now, please.
Same.
But
Same.
at the same time, there's still that corporateness that I'm not really liking. I mean, just have them on like the poster or whatever. Have them on like have their logo on like a poster on the poster or whatever. Have their logo or a advertisement in like the little flip book thing.
Yeah.
But don't have like a booth where
Like
they're
if it isn't arcade related or gaming related, then keep it somewhere else.
Yeah, like have them in the
or have it in a different section or something.
Yeah,
if
like
you absolutely must.
Also, there was like food there, which
well, I mean that's good though.
It's okay, I guess, but still a little corporate, but still it was decent, I guess. Chick-fil-A was there.
My pleasure.
Oh my gosh.
It
was like
how Night Crew did.
Well, it wasn't Night Crew, it was Morning Crew, but
it was.
They were
It was expensive.
So a normal sandwich is like $3.79, right?
You would know.
I would know. I'm not going to go into detail because I don't want to get fired. Hence the you can come up to your own conclusion with that. Anyway,
let's just say it was higher price.
It was $10. It was like $7 more.
Yeah. Now, if
what?
that's what they want to do, then okay.
No, it's not okay.
Maybe I don't agree with it, but I will respect their opinion.
I understand the business level of it, but that's way too overpriced.
Oh yeah.
I would say maybe $6.
Yeah, at the most.
It's double the price, okay? Fine. But that's a whole other argument. But like 2.5 times the price, that's way too much. Oh my gosh. No. Just no. And then Papa John's was there, which, okay, I didn't really get to have a pizza there or get to notice the price of that, but I mean, along with the lines of like, I know that you gotta deliver the food, like you can't make it there, but at the same time, it's really overpriced.
Yes. Oh yes.
There's also this drink machine too. It's like this drink machine that you can go up to and like you buy a cup and you have like unlimited refills.
Coke freestyle?
No, not that.
No.
It was like right next to the Papa John's. It was like these special drinks or whatever. I don't know if it was.
See it.
I don't know if it was like alcohol or whatever. I didn't really try it myself. That was good because it was like it wasn't like a chain or anything. It was less corporate. I like that. That was good. Do more of that. Maybe do Chick-fil-A if it wasn't like so overblown price. Now I'm gonna stop talking about that because that just angers me to high heaven.
It does.
But anyway, there was that. I noticed that the room that they had last year for the games,
yes,
they were split up with different elements itself. It was like, what was it? It was like more like
a lot of tournaments there and 80s prom.
Yeah.
Which we went to, and we'll talk about that more later.
We'll talk about that probably in about 30 seconds. But
okay.
Yeah, there were more tournament rooms, like the room that was for the games last year. More tournaments now.
Yes.
I didn't want to go and do that, but
I might do that next time.
Maybe, I don't know. But it was more like I saw more of card gaming, more like
tabletop gaming.
Tabletop gaming. Not really much like video game tournaments or anything like that.
They didn't have as much console gaming as I thought they would.
Yeah. Like, their console gaming was kind of...
It was a little lackluster this time, it seemed.
Yeah, which is kind of shocking, because you got more room for console gaming.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
Yeah.
Also, they had wrestling. I saw the wrestling room.
Oh, they did have it anyway?
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't see them actually do it, but I saw, like, they were setting up and all that.
Oh, good.
I saw the patriarch of SFGE there, Preston and Brooke Burt.
Yes.
And their kids, who are actually very nice. Brooke Burt, a special shout out to Brooke Burt, because she's
a good English teacher.
She's my favorite teacher at our old high school.
Likewise. One of my favorites.
She is my favorite, because she actually, like, took the time to, like, help us out. She wasn't, like, mean. She was actually helpful. And
yeah, she was.
But yeah, Brooke Burt, she was a great teacher.
She was.
I wish she was teaching college stuff, so I can I could finally have a nice teacher in college. I don't know. But anyway, shout out to Brooke Burt. Actually, Brooke Burt, you are a great teacher, and yeah, congratulations on being the best teacher at Lakeview.
I believe she's now doing girls PE. And she stopped doing English.
Yeah, last time I heard, like, when we first graduated and moved to college or whatever, she was then doing girls PE. She was doing aerobics or whatever.
My sister was in that class.
Yeah, I don't know if my sister was in that. I don't think my dad would let her, but
okay then.
Yeah, so
don't pull a muscle.
Anyway, yeah, that's the last thing I heard, because she wanted to take more time with her kids, which is understandable. I would understand that.
Yes.
Anyway, so on to the 80s prom, finally. Sorry for that long wait, but it's gonna be short and sweet.
Yeah. We didn't fit in.
No.
We were way too young. It was nothing like what I remember prom being like.
Yeah, I will say, though,
not even close.
The patriarch, they really went
they really went all out themselves. Yes,
they really went all out.
The man himself put on a wig.
Preston put on a 80s wig.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, he went all out with it. And
he did.
And Miss Burt, she put on an 80s style dress, and I gotta say, they really fit in. They were really going all out, and I was like, okay, cool. And I don't know, I just poked right in a few times.
Yeah.
I really didn't want to dance, honestly. I'm not really much of a dancer.
They had
unless I'm forced to.
They had a picture taking area, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, they had a picture taking area, which was nice. It lasted for like 2 or 3 hours, and they like danced a whole lot. At the very end,
you went back to it.
I did. I decided I poked in a couple times.
Did it get bigger than when I went in there?
Yes, it did actually.
Okay, good. More
people came in. It was a success, I would say. I think they might do it again. I'm not like criticizing it. I think it's like a good thing to, like, diversifying with the SFGE, like getting more into like
expansion.
Yeah, expansion. Not just with gaming, but more like nerd stuff, which is good. It just isn't for me. Like, for instance, hardcore horror movies aren't for me. The Crow, which is apparently a great movie, great comic book movie. It's not for me. I don't necessarily enjoy that movie, but
never seen it.
I've seen it. It's not for me. Like
it made you uncomfortable.
Not really. I don't even want to get into this because we're talking about SFGE, but this movie's kind of it's more of a punk type of movie. More like a more like a goth type of movie, and I'm not really into that type of stuff.
Yeah, neither am I.
And this 80s dance, it was enjoyable. Like, I could see why people liked it, but it's just not for me.
It would have been fun for me if I had a girlfriend or a date or something that was there.
Yeah, possibly, maybe.
If you don't have that, it's kind of like,
yeah,
pass on it.
Yeah, it's just not for me. Congrats on them for doing it. I hope they do it again next year.
I may do it. If I have a girlfriend by then,
Hopefully.
I will totally do that with her.
Yeah, if I ever have a girlfriend, but I don't, so I hope they do it again next year. I hope they do.
Yes.
Anyway, now on, speaking of girlfriends.
Well, girls at least.
We're
going to talk about our favorite sponsor.
Yeah, the favorite sponsor. Oh my gosh.
Big shout out to, what is it? Arcade Monsters.
Arcade Monsters, which
in Orlando, Florida, or no, it's
in Orlando,
a suburb of Orlando, wherever University of Central Florida is at.
Yeah, that explains a lot. So
yeah,
here's the deal. I talked a lot about the corporateness of it. Smaller, like game related things are good,
and this is one of them.
This is one of them. Like. And Arcade Monsters it's
like in the Atlanta area we have Portal,
which
is kind of similar but less of the women.
It's like an arcade. It's an arcade.
It's an arcade with vintage games geared more towards enthusiasts that like arcade gaming for what it is and not just, hey, let's go to the arcade, kids, kind of thing.
Yeah. Does it have a bar there too?
The Arcade Monsters does have alcoholic drinks. Yeah. I don't know if Portal does or not. It might.
Well, we're not talking about Portal. We're talking about Arcade Monsters. And another thing that they have is gorgeous women.
My God.
Holy frickin' crap.
We unfortunately, what the hell? We only saw a few of them. But if you go on their social media pages, you'll see the rest of them. I was like, what the hell? Where has this been? I mean, especially for me. You mix beautiful college girls with arcade games and pinball machines, and that's a win. Count me in.
And alcohol. It's got everything.
Yeah, well,
what the hell?
Give me a
We've been to
Angry Orchard. We're good.
I've been to Orlando many times since 2008. I've been to Orlando many times.
Same.
Haven't seen this place ever.
I've never heard. Well, we've never gone to visit the University of Central Florida.
Well, we're going to now.
Yeah, I agree.
And oh my gosh, there are some beautiful women at this panel, which probably explains why there was always a line. There was always a line there. Not always a line, but there was a lot, very heavy lines there
for their tournaments. A lot of people signed up.
Yeah,
I wonder why.
Oh, gee, I wonder why. And it wasn't anything special. It wasn't anything special either. It was
I was in one. I played Street Fighter 2 and failed miserably on a Super Nintendo Classic against some other nerd.
And then there was the next day they had a portal.
They had
or whatever.
Some virtual reality thing.
We
didn't get to go to, unfortunately.
Which I don't understand why they actually did that. If they're
I wished I would have done it though.
Same, but we're going to go into that story later. But
yes,
I don't understand why they had SNES classics if they're more our vintage arcade.
I think it's because they have, arcade games. That's what they're about. So that's where they felt like they fit in.
Yeah. So
and I agree. I think they were in the right place. I do think they should have maybe brought a multi-cade instead, though.
I think, didn't they?
They had some small cabinets.
Yeah,
they were
small
custom
cabinets. Built. But the takeaway though was the women. Yes.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh yes.
In fact, I'm going to tell this story.
Tell it.
The hottest girl I have ever seen live and in person, actually talking to, is named Alicia. She works there.
Shout out to her for being awesome and
Yeah, shout out to her for being
actually,
awesome.
caring about this thing and, being active in it, not like certain other girls that were there that I will not name.
We'll talk about them later.
We may talk about them a little more later.
But Alicia, I don't know why. I started talking to her. She was just saying, she was like trying to see what was going on, and I was just came up to her and talked to her and started talking about her. Oh my gosh, she's into like Marvel and arcade stuff.
Yeah.
And she's into like the MCU. We talked a lot about the MCU, DCEU, movies in general. Like, she knew about the fact that the whole reason why DC sucks is because it's dark and like gloomy, and talked about all this stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, did I find the one? Did I find the one?
Yeah.
I think I found the one.
She was fun to flirt with too.
Yeah, she dressed up like Black Widow, and I was like, you know who Black Widow is? Thank you.
Yeah, she called me. What's the Flash's name?
Barry Allen.
She called me Barry Allen.
She knew who Barry Allen was. Normally people would say the Flash, but she actually knew who Barry Allen was. She read Marvel comics. Alicia, if you're listening to this podcast, please hit me up. I would love to talk to you more about the MCU. Please.
Yes.
I think on an unrelated note, I'm actually going to go to Orlando, maybe. Either Orlando or some other island in Florida in early August. If I'm going to Orlando, hopefully I'll hit that up or whatever.
Yeah, when I'm in that area again, I will definitely pay him a visit because I met a different girl there. Don't know her name. She never said it, but she was cool.
Yeah, I think you really hit it off with her, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you did.
Well, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
She was pretty cute.
Yeah, she was. I gotta say.
And cool.
She seemed more like a business-esque, which I kind of picked up on that.
She was the manager, apparently.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Apparently, I guess they did like a scheduling or whatever, like behind the like they did a lot of behind the scenes type of desk jobs, whereas the guys kind of ran the main floor, I guess, or something or whatever.
Supposedly.
I don't even know. Or like moved the pinball machines around and arcade machines around or whatever.
Oh yeah. Alicia told us something about in the warehouse. Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah. So
that they let the men do the game moving.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
It was pretty hilarious.
That was very, very feminine too.
Yeah. I really did enjoy that. Alicia, if you're again listening to this, please.
Or other girl.
And hit me up. Hit this man up. And all right. And speaking of which,
this brings us to a different sponsor that had some girls that were about our age, but we weren't as impressed with them, unfortunately.
Well, not just that.
Although their cause was good. The organization itself was pretty good.
Yeah, so, I mean, first of all, overall, Arcade Monsters did a very good job with what they did. Business-wise and everything else, very good, other than the women. Business-wise and everything else, done very well. Did a very good job.
I didn't feel like those girls were there just to be as, like, sexual figures for men to spend money at their place. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I actually felt like they cared about their job.
Yeah, they actually cared about the job.
Like they took it for real and weren't just there because they had to be.
Yeah, they actually knew their craft.
They knew their stuff. I was really impressed. They were very intelligent to talk to.
Yeah,
that made me really happy.
And actually, from what they said, they actually enjoyed what they were doing. So
it seemed like they did.
So props to them. Good job.
You know who didn't enjoy their job?
Well, hold on.
Oh.
Props to Arcade Monsters, and hopefully we will see you again next year. Hopefully, hopefully no one chased you off because of the nerds. Anyway, you know who didn't, though? Project Pinball. So, Project Pinball, it's a good cause.
It really is.
I like it.
I like their organization. I support it fully.
I'm behind it.
I've donated before, I think.
There's a guy there that actually, like, he actually from what I've seen, and I think we talked to him a couple times, he actually seems like he is actually puts his heart and soul into it.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't know if it's his daughters or whatever, but they do not care. They do not care at all. They, oh my, gosh. Well, I like the, like, tell us what Project Pinball does.
Project Pinball somehow puts pinball machines in children's hospitals across the country. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, especially for pinball enthusiasts that can't leave the hospital because
if
of
they're
reasons.
kids, that is.
Yeah, for reasons. But
yeah,
I don't know why, but the people that work that stand they're not
as
vibrant.
They're
not cool about their job.
They
don't
seem
really
a little disinterested.
Yeah. Like I saw this one girl was like on her phone all the time, and it's like
I think they both were.
They were all on their phones all the time. I saw a guy there like kind of interested in Project Pinball or whatever, and this girl was just on her phone, just like didn't care. I was like, that's your business. You got to.
If you're gonna sign up for this, you need to stand behind it or don't go.
Yeah, stand behind it and like do your job, please.
It seems like someone's forcing them to do it and they don't want to.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
if that's the case, then sorry that's how it is. But
yeah, I guess. I mean,
try.
Honestly,
please.
It's a good cause. There's one good guy there that's like trying the best he can with what he's got, trying to get people over there. I fully support this cause, Project Pinball. However, it's just the two girls that were kind of very, very disinterested and really didn't want to be there.
They were pretty though, from what I remember, but yeah, they were just
very disinterested and didn't like what they were doing.
I seem to remember talking to them once, and
yeah,
they had that same vibe about them.
Yeah.
So I passed on their booth, unfortunately, this time.
Yeah, I mean, I'll support them because it's a good cause, and I hope they come back. But just bring some people that are interested in the cause, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if people are vibrant about the cause, they can pass on the enthusiasm to the customers.
Definitely.
Yeah, like Chick-fil-A.
There you go.
Speaking of money,
yes.
Let's talk about that flea market.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Like, you know about the history of the flea market, I guess. So
the flea market kind of evolved from what used to be the Atlanta Pin Swap, which is where I got my first pinball machine.
I guess that's where the SFGE got its roots.
Yeah, it is. The Pin Swap evolved into SFGE.
I kind of like this. I kind of like the that whole vibe with it, I guess. Like vendors actually like selling some stuff off. I wish they could have done it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because this whole space is like, there's a lot of room. I don't know why they wouldn't allow them to continue to do it like all weekend, but for what, I don't know. Maybe they're just testing some stuff out, seeing how they're liking it. Maybe they have, it's like a trial run, I guess, for like next year.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I actually kind of enjoyed that. Like it has some significance to SFGE as well. Like it goes back to the roots.
The first SFGE had a flea market, but I think I didn't get to go to it. I think they had it outside of the hotel because it was at a different hotel and it was a little smaller. And it was less successful, but this time, I liked it. I bought some instruction manuals for
yeah, I saw that.
For
Donkey Kong?
Pac-Man. No, Pac-Man and
Miss
Pac-Man.
I saw
originals.
Pac-Man. I thought you got a Donkey Kong one.
I would have if they had it, believe me.
Oh, yeah.
I want to get original manuals for all my games because one of my biggest pet peeves is having to look at schematics
online
that are poorly scanned because the schematics, they fold up into the book and you have to fold them out like a giant map. And the Linden saw how big they get, so he chuckled.
Yeah.
And when you try to scan that on a computer, it's hard to read.
Yeah.
And that's why I like having the manuals.
Yeah.
And that gave me a way to get them cheap and easy.
Yeah.
And you got The Killing Joke for a good price.
I was really surprised, actually.
Was it like $5?
Let me tell you this, okay? The Killing Joke, I've been looking at through bookstores trying to get like a good price on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $15 to $30.
Yeah.
But I found a wrapped, like brand new Batman the Killing Joke graphic novel.
Hardback.
Hardback, which is basically more expensive.
Yeah.
Actually, it kind of depends, but in this case, it's more expensive, I think. I got it for $2.
Oh, it's $2?
It was like $2 to $5. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm picking this up right now.
Let's get some Starbucks.
Yes, let us get some Starbucks right now.
That's how to be basic. And yeah,
I saw it there. I was like, all right, well, here we go.
That is mine.
And it's mine now. I also bought Uncharted 2.
You did
For the PS3.
right.
I'm trying to collect all the Uncharted games because I'm starting to get into the Uncharted series a little bit. I got the newest one. I want to play the other ones. I found Uncharted 2 for PS3 for $2.
Oh wow.
It was not scratched at all. It was pre-owned, but still it was in very good condition. If I sold it on eBay, probably get like maybe, I don't know, $20. But that was a very decent price. $2 for Uncharted 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong there, man.
Yeah. I also tried to buy a marquee of a Qbert.
Oh, you did?
I tried to, but I didn't have enough money, and my debit card was not credited. I can't use credit on my debit card, so I had to unfortunately pass on that, which was awful. If the hen drive was there, I'd probably be like, "Hey, can I borrow like $15?" And he'd probably be like, "No," and I'd be like, "Well, crap."
Probably.
Even though I really wanted that marquee, that would have been a great find.
You can probably find them other places.
Yeah, I could, but not for that price though.
How much was it again?
$15.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, there was like, it was kind of like the good price stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of comics, a lot of anime stuff, a lot of pinball and arcade stuff.
Yes.
I liked it. I hope they have that type of stuff at least maybe 2 or 3 hours each day.
I think they might expand upon it.
I hope they do.
They should.
That was really good.
I think they should bring more project games.
I think they should too.
Because that's the stuff I buy. Because it's cheap and I like fixing them up.
Yeah.
And then I can have expensive games for really cheap.
Maybe they can have it in the other corner, because it was like in this on the far left side of corner.
Yes.
Maybe they can have it on the other side, because there wasn't really a whole lot on that other side. I don't know why.
Neither do I.
Yeah, but in the middle of that, was a very big and huge Marco specialties.
They are probably
Stern.
The primary vendor.
Yeah, Stern,
which is a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, they're not terrible. I'm just saying they're like huge. They got like,
I buy from them a lot.
Yeah, they had couches there too. I was like, oh my gosh, can I sit on this couch?
I mean, yeah. I mean, here's the thing, folks. If Slam here sees a chair,
Yeah,
he's gonna sit in it.
he's gonna sit in that chair. He's gonna
That's
save.
just the move.
He's gonna save his energy.
And he
for,
may pass some gas on it if you're lucky. You never
Depends
know.
on depends on how much.
Depends on the day.
Depends on how much soda I have during the day.
I
but
see.
anyway,
But
so
yeah, give him a chair, he'll sit in it.
it was like I was really surprised with it. They had
Yeah,
like
me
two.
too.
They had two places to like buy stuff out of,
Oh yeah.
which wasn't terrible. I mean, yeah, it had like this huge tent thing. It had like a place to like take pictures on. It had like carpet. It had like rugs.
It did.
It was like down home stuff. It was like really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
And this is a little off topic, but you just reminded me you know who wasn't there was Billy Mitchell. You notice that? I never saw him.
Huh?
He's normally at those.
Yeah. Where
Maybe he didn't come that time.
where was he? I totally forgot. I didn't even think about Billy Mitchell.
Yeah, he was gone.
Dadgummit.
Oh
I
well.
would have taken another picture with Billy Mitchell.
I mean, he's Billy.
Yeah. But then again, we didn't see a lot of down home like creators of pinball. Like
Yeah,
your-
they didn't
like your
do as
guy.
well with that. Oh man, like in 2018 when I
Like
got
last
to
year.
meet the guy who created Firepower and High Speed and Terminator 2
Yeah.
and several others that I love.
That
And
was-
I got to take a picture with him.
That was the dream.
Oh my god, it was like meeting a celebrity,
Yeah.
except he's not extremely famous outside of that, but
I mean, no, but
he's
that's
probably
where-
got a decent amount of money.
Yeah, it's kind of like John DeLorean outside of DeLorean conventions,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, but maybe a little less specific, but yeah.
Yeah, I would.
He's a very famous pinball designer, Steve Ritchie.
Yeah.
I want him to come back.
Yeah, I mean,
Or Barry Alsler, who made Pinbot.
I heard there was some guy that developed
Yeah,
the song.
Yeah,
what was that?
the guy was there that wrote the Pac-Man Fever song. It was like,
I didn't see him.
I think Buckner, something Buckner.
I didn't see him. I don't even know what the heck that really is.
It's
I know it's something to do with pinball or arcade games, but
Jerry Buckner and Gary Garcia were there.
yeah, who's that guy again?
Jerry Buckner and Gary Garcia were both there. They wrote Pac-Man Fever back in the 80s. Look that song up if you've never heard of it.
What's Pac-Man? Oh, well, just for me at least. What's Pac-Man Fever?
I think it describes the phenomenon that occurred in the 80s of how...
It's like an actual song. Or is
Yeah,
it
it's
like,
a song. It's like, I got Pac-Man fever, driving me crazy, out of my mind.
Oh, I thought it was like
something like
I thought it
that.
was like a song they put in like an arcade game or something. or
No,
like a
not.
pinball machine.
It's not the Pac-Man theme song.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I know.
And now
I
I
know.
know. Knowing's only half the battle.
Oh, American Family Insurance is not sponsoring us.
I wish they were, but they're not.
Yes.
I think the last thing we'll talk about that before going into game related stuff
Yes.
is Southern Fried Film Expo. Or lack
I
there-
didn't
or,
see it once again, and
or,
probably won't ever see it
or lack thereof.
unless they change it.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah. Yeah.
One, from what I've researched, there's like one student film. That's it.
It was a film.
It was
It was like a fan-made film about arcade gaming. That was the film. And the idea is it's like a contest, and whoever wins gets to show it.
and that's it. Please I beg of you.
Have actual boovies.
Southern Fried
BOVIES.
Southern Fried Gaming Expo, okay? Listen.
Well, that's not gaming.
I know, but it's if they're gonna have it there, if you're guys gonna have a film expo, please, just hook up a. Like I know you have the money, because you're going to offer people $200 if you brought games. Please, just buy a projector, a cheap projector,
and place.
Get a wall. Get a blank white wall. Buy an arcade movie. Please.
Even if it's a documentary, like
documentaries,
Fistful of Quarters or King of Kong or something.
Yeah. Documentaries, okay? The Wizard. Movies, great movies that are based on great or
documentaries.
No, like pinball machines. A lot of pinball machines, great pinball machines, are based on movies.
Yes. Like
Terminator 2.
I'm looking at mine right now. I want to play it.
Please. Terminator 2. Okay?
They did such a great job with that.
Get the movie The Terminator. Get Terminator 2 on DVD. Doesn't even have to be Blu-ray. Just get
that. I'm afraid I don't know. That's going too far from the gaming. Then it's turning into Terminator 2 just in general.
I mean, it's a pinball machine and it's very famous. So
yeah, but I don't know. I think if they're gonna show a movie, it needs to be gaming related.
I mean, it is game related. It's
related
pinball.
The game's based on the movie, though. I'm talking about it's gotta be a movie that's specifically based on games in the first place.
Well, fine.
That's my take on it.
That can go down. I mean, down the road, I guess.
We'll see how it expands. But right now, it's a midge. Big midge.
It's terrible. Just please get The Wizard. Get
something.
Documentaries. Get Ready Player One. Okay, please, just anything. Get. I'll even go in there and watch Assassin's Creed, which is a terrible movie.
Get Pixels or Noobs in there.
Pixels
or
please.
Noobs
or Noobs, please. Just anything. You can have your fan film. That's perfectly fine. In fact, I would prefer that still goes on. Okay, I don't care. Just please. Movies, please. There's this company that goes around Australia and Canada or whatever.
Yes.
It's called Hot Tub Movies, like Hot Tub Theater or whatever. And it's about people sitting in hot tubs and watching movies, okay? If they are allowed to watch movies like Anchorman or Hot Tub Time Machine, which is perfect for this, but if they're allowed to watch movies like that, then you can buy movies from Walmart and play it on a projector in a room. It's so simple. Please. I don't know why. I'm just so fed up. I'm fed up with that. This just it rocks me to my core. But
it does. It really does.
I would shed a tear if I could for this.
Oh yes.
But yeah, I know it's not the main goal of this, but please.
Por favor. Ay, Dios mío.
Make it better. I will assist you. I'll do it for free. I'll do it for free. If you give me the money for the projector, I will buy it. I will do it. I will do these. I will do this for you. Please. Just allow me to help you. Anyway, that's my rant on the Southern Fried Film Expo.
Yes, it was.
Now.
The games.
The games of SFGE. There was a lot of games.
It was a decent selection. There were some titles I wished I'd seen, but
yeah,
I can't complain too much.
Yeah, let's talk about the overall. Let's talk about the overall selection, because you want to talk about that. What was the overall selection like for you?
It was really good. Not the best we've ever had, but not the worst.
What was the worst?
What was it? There was one year I remember not liking it much. I forget what it was.
Oh, all right.
Might have been 2017, maybe. but I remember 2018 was pretty good.
Yeah.
No. 2017 wasn't too bad. That might have been the year they brought the Funhouse.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. It was. I remember now.
Well, I take back this seat.
I don't know. It was.
So, what was up the game selection for this year?
One of my favorites, or two of my favorites that I don't own were there. Actually make that 3. There was a Whitewater.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Taxi, which I got an amazing score on.
Yeah,
And
we'll talk about that soon.
yes, and Swords of Fury. And I developed a new liking for one that I didn't like as much before. And that is F-14 Tomcat.
Interesting. I mean, I guess for me, the overall game selection there, I thought was fine. I mean, it wasn't the best, you know. I guess it was because it was a new experience for me, like with the new room and all that.
Right.
They did have some new games, like the Wizard of Oz, that I think we've seen before, but I don't remember. I guess.
Don't get me started on Jersey Jack.
Yeah, Jersey Jack.
I don't hate him, but
There was Willy Wonka. There was Deadpool.
Boy.
There was Deadpool.
That was a Stern game.
I'm talking about the games in general, son. That gum.
Okay.
Like there was
Gotcha.
Deadpool. There was Spaceballs, the pinball machine, which was
Yeah, I never got to try that, but yeah, that was kind of funny.
I wish we did, honestly.
There was
The one game that I saw one year and will hopefully see once more, but haven't seen since.
What?
Wreck-It Ralph or Fix It Felix Jr.
Oh, it'll probably come back eventually.
Hopefully one day.
There was also
Then when that day comes, I will buy it.
And there was also another game that was really exciting, and that is the new Black Knight.
Oh yeah.
Which is very important because Black Knight has been a series of games. It used to be just 2. Now there's a trilogy. And we got Black Knight from 1980. We got Black Knight 2000, which I think came out in 88 maybe. Then Black Knight Sword of Fury. Or no, Sword of Rage, not Sword of Fury. That's Swords of Fury is a different game.
Yeah.
Sword of Rage.
Sword of Rage.
As long as you don't play the base model, because that one was kind of meh. But
and now
we'll get into that later.
Actually, we'll get into that.